Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde. It is October 8th, 2025. We are in the Creole season, one of Dominica's most exciting times in our calendar year. I am Anna Benjamin with the headlines for EmoNews package this evening. 4 Caribbean nations join regional fisheries mechanism to strengthen sustainable marine management. Dominica and Barbados strengthen tourism ties with new MOU. Dominica Labour Party to host Rosie Douglas Memorial Lecture. Chief Electoral Officer outlines voter confirmation process. Jamaica and Antigua win Farmer of the Year and Youth Farmer of the Year respectively, and troops set to deploy to Chicago area. These stories and more when we return.
World Prayer Music Festival, are you ready?
Dominica, I love you guys, I love you guys, take it slow.
Oh!
Yeah! Sing for me! She want that she said that she get like she like that she want it.
Let's go!
And first up in local news, the voter confirmation process in Dominica is set to begin on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025 at 47 centers across the island. The announcement was made by Chairman of the Electoral Commission, Mr. Duncan Stowe, during a press conference held at the office of the Electoral Commission. Mr. Stowe explained that the process will officially commence on October 15th and is expected to continue for a period of 15 months. The confirmation exercise forms part of the Commission's efforts to update and verify the voters list in accordance with the new Registration of Electors Act 2025.
We're going through the process of confirmation there's been a lot of debate on the whole issue of our list, dead people on the list, dead man voting, etc. So the reform process is a process ready to cleanse the list. The reform process, the confirmation process is a process whereby that new list, you have the old list, and a new list is being formed where persons are being brought over, if you want to put it, it's a new process of registration, persons being brought over to a new list. But also, you will also have the process of registration. So persons who are being registered and persons who are confirmed will eventually find themselves on one list for the purposes of an election.
And the final list will include, of course, the new voters, particularly the new voters.
Right. So you will have on that list the new voters, persons who have just turned 18 and are voting, and that list which is being processed at the moment in terms of confirmation.
Meanwhile, Chief Electoral Officer Anthea Joseph further provided details on the ongoing voter confirmation process taking place across Dominica.
Confirmation is the process by which an elector whose name was on the voters list on May 2025 gets his or her name into the new voters list compiled in accordance with the new regulations of the Electors Act of 2025. Confirmation will be undertaken in every confirmation center in every constituency in Dominica. Some constituencies will have more than one confirmation center. Confirmation will not take place overseas, only in Dominica. Who will be the electoral office staff at the confirmation center? Enrollment officers appointed by the Chief Registering Officer and supervised by her will staff the confirmation centers in every constituency. Enrollment officers must take an oath before undertaking their duties. Who can apply for confirmation? Only a person whose name is on the list of May 2025 can apply to be confirmed. So therefore, if your name is not on the voters list of May 2025, then you are not entitled to be confirmed. Where can a person apply to be confirmed? A person can only apply at a confirmation center in the constituency which he is registered to vote as of May 2025.
Joseph emphasized that while enrollment officers carry out the process, the final decision on confirmation rests with the Chief Registering Officer. Fine Foods Inc. has reaffirmed its commitment to community development and social responsibility through a generous donation to the Dominica Council on Aging in recognition of the Month of the Elderly. The donation, comprising Alban milk, Ovaltine, Matusk peanut butter, and Monflake oats, was distributed to 13 senior homes across Dominica, bringing comfort and nutritional support to elderly citizens under the Council's care. Speaking on the initiative, Chanel Walsh-Lamoff, marketing lead at Fine Foods Inc., stated, "At Fine Foods Inc., we believe in giving back to those who have laid the foundation of our society. Our donation is a small token of appreciation for our elderly citizens whose wisdom and contributions continue to inspire future generations." The Dominica Council on Aging expressed gratitude for the continued support, noting that such partnerships play a vital role in improving the welfare of senior citizens across Dominica. Fine Foods Inc. remains dedicated to fostering meaningful community engagement through initiatives that promote health, care, and dignity for all. And in other news, Dominica and Barbados have signed a landmark tourism partnership through an agreement to collaborate on promoting their tourism products and offering enhanced multi-destination packages. The historic Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, was signed on October 1st at the Hilton Barbados Resort during the Caribbean Tourism Organization's State of the Tourism Industry Conference. The partnership between Dominica, the Nature Isle, and Barbados, the Gem of the Caribbean, marks a significant step toward deepening regional ties and delivering greater value to travelers. The Discover Dominica Authority, DDA, and the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., BTMI, entered into the MOU to cement this step towards strengthening the appeal of both countries, promoting sustainable tourism and developing new vacation experiences for travelers. Let's hear from CEO of Discover Dominica, Marva Williams.
Dominica and Barbados have entered into a landmark tourism partnership to jointly promote our destinations and offer enhanced multi-destination packages to travelers. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed on October 1st during the Caribbean Tourism Organization's State of the Industry Tourism Conference. Through this agreement, Discover Dominica Authority and the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. will collaborate on marketing, knowledge sharing, and improving visitor experiences across both islands. The partnership allows us to leverage Barbados' connectivity and Dominica's unique ecotourism strengths to attract more visitors from key markets. It's a powerful example of how Caribbean nations can work together to boost airlift, create new vacation experiences, and drive economic growth for our people.
The MOU establishes a joint framework for cooperation, focusing on marketing, knowledge exchange, and enhancing visitor experiences across both destinations. This collaboration is especially timely as the Caribbean continues to attract travelers from Europe, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Latin America, seeking diverse and enriching experiences. And in more local news, the Whitey Kubuli Artists Association, WAA, in partnership with Prevost Cinemall, has announced its upcoming art exhibition titled Paradise of Colors and Expressions, officially included in Dominica's 2025 Creole season calendar. The exhibition celebrating Dominica's independence and Creole heritage runs from October 10th to November 14th at the Middle Passage and Downtown Showroom inside the historic Prevost Cinema in Roseau. According to WAA's PRO Eileen Joseph and Prevost Cinema's General Manager Vanessa Prevost, the showcase will feature works by Dominican artists capturing the island's rhythm, language, and traditions through vibrant and modern expressions of cultural identity. Ms. Joseph noted that the event follows the success of Echoes of Resilience 2024-2025, which attracted over 700 visitors. She described Paradise of Colors and Expressions as a celebration of Dominica's living heritage, blending art, memory, and community. Like its predecessor, this exhibition will transform Prevost Cinema into a living canvas where art and tradition merge to tell one of Dominica's greatest stories ever told. And in other news, the Dominica Labour Party will host the Rosie Douglas Memorial Lecture on Thursday, October 9th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at the State House Conference Room. The lecture will be delivered by Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, marking the 25th anniversary of the passing of the late Prime Minister Roosevelt Rosie Douglas, a champion of social justice and Caribbean unity. Dr. Gonsalves is expected to address themes central to Douglas's legacy, including regional unity, people-centered development, and stronger ties between the Caribbean, Africa, and the world. The late Honorable Rosie Douglas passed away on October 1st, 2000, just 8 months after assuming office, following general elections held on January 31st. And finally, in local news, men urged to take initiative and get screened for prostate cancer. Former educator and prostate cancer survivor, Mr. Patrick Henderson, sent a heartfelt message to all men in regards to their health. Mr. Henderson made the comments at the annual Walk for Cancer Care in Portsmouth on Saturday.
My advice to all men is, especially as it relates to prostate cancer, early detection is key. Get checked. Be sure that you get your PSA done as well as your digital rectal exam. It could save your life. So please, every year, make sure you get checked both ways. I had my surgery. I removed my prostate in 2010, February. And since then, it's 15 years and I'm still there. I've changed my diet and so on, but I feel good, I feel healthy, and I encourage others to eat healthy if you want to save your life.
Meanwhile, Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth constituency, Honorable Finella Wenham Shepherd, shared her joy at the turnout on Saturday.
This year, it was my pleasure to join the Global Cancer Support Group to do another Walk for Cancer. We want to encourage all our families, everybody from the globe, to come out. You may not have cancer, but your neighbor may have cancer, a friend may have cancer, or you know someone who may have passed, or is a cancer survivor. I just want to encourage you to come out and give your support, whether you walk, whether you donate. It could be coming to raffle, it could be where you give up your resources financially or otherwise. We support causes like this. We never know who's next, and I think it's only humanitarian that we give up ourselves to each other. So again, I just want to encourage everybody to support the Global Cancer Support Group and the Cancer Society of Dominica. And also, just thank you to all of those who came out to support today, and the Global Cancer Support Group. I'm here with you to the end, when no one fights alone.
And on the regional scene, 4 Caribbean countries, Anguilla, the Bahamas, Dominica, and Montserrat, have officially joined the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism, or CRFM. The signing took place during the 16th special meeting of the CRFM Ministerial Council at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture in St. Kitts and Nevis. Ministers and senior officials from the 4 nations signed on behalf of their governments. formalizing membership in the 22-year-old regional body, which promotes sustainable fisheries management among CARICOM states. CRFM Executive Director Dr. Mark Williams welcomed the move, noting that it strengthens regional collaboration and governance in fisheries. He highlighted key CRFM policies, including the Caribbean Community Common Fisheries Policy and measures promoting transparency, data protection, and anti-corruption. The CRFM now includes 17 member states committed to the sustainable use and development of marine resources across the Caribbean. In more regional news, Jamaica wins CARICOM Farmer of the Year 2025. Jamaica has claimed the top regional honor as Dave Fierman, Vice President of the Best Dressed Chicken, a division of the Jamaican Broilers Group, was named the CARICOM Farmer of the Year 2025. The award was presented on September 29th at the opening ceremony of the 19th Caribbean Week of Agriculture held in St. Kitts and Nevis. Following the ceremony, Mr. Fierman spoke with the CARICOM Secretariat Communications Unit, where he reflected on his agricultural journey and highlighted the innovative work of the Best Dressed Chicken in advancing food security across the Caribbean. We'll now hear from Mr. Dave Fierman, 2025 Farmer of the Year.
This moment belongs to every farmer in our network, every team member on the ground, every customer who chooses local, our Ministry of Agriculture, Industry Support, and every stakeholder who believes in the power of Caribbean agriculture. Together, we have made this possible. At the Best Dressed Chicken, we are more than a company. We are part of a movement. For over 65 years, we have worked to build a fully integrated agricultural system. From breeder farms, hatcheries, and feed mill to farms and finished products, all designed to serve one purpose: food security. Today, with 73 farms and 249 poultry houses, Jamaica can produce all the chicken it consumes. That's not just statistics, that's sovereignty on a plate.
And in more wins, Antigua wins CARICOM Youth Farmer of the Year. Antigua and Barbuda is celebrating another major achievement as local farmer Michael Joseph captured the title of CARICOM Youth Farmer of the Year 2025. The 25-year-old received the prestigious award during the opening ceremony of Caribbean Week of Agriculture in St. Kitts. The award was presented by Deputy Prime Minister Jeffrey Ian Hanley. Joseph, who serves as president of the Antigua and Barbuda Agriculture Forum for Youth, began his agricultural journey in 2019 and has been recognized for his innovative farming techniques, such as using drones to spray crops with insecticides. And we'll now hear from the Youth Farmer of the Year, Michael Joseph.
This award is not just about me, but it represents an investment in youth, in innovation, and in the future of food security within our region. With our aging farming population, an investment in young farmers is not just an option, but it is a necessity. Because without food, we can't have no future.
And on the international scene, the White House has stated that many federal employees may not be entitled to immediate back pay when the government reopens, contradicting a 2019 law that guarantees back pay for furloughed workers. When asked about the matter by reporters, President Donald Trump responded, saying it depends on who you are talking about. And finally, on the international scene, about 200 troops from Texas are expected to be deployed to the Chicago area on Wednesday, according to a U.S. military official. In addition, roughly 300 Illinois National Guard troops are also preparing for deployments. The deployment comes as President Donald Trump continues to activate the National Guard in several Democratic-led U.S. cities, describing the move as part of a broader effort to crack down on crime and reinforce immigration enforcement measures. Finally, on the international scene, Pope Leo XIV will make his first international trip visiting Turkey and Lebanon. During the trip, he is expected to focus on peace in the Middle East, meet with political leaders, and show support for Christians in the region. And that's it for international news. Stay tuned for the sports package after this short message.
Look yours, it's not just a game, it's our game. Dominica's very own jackpot, Match 5.
First up in sports, the Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association has announced its preliminary squad for the 2025 ECVA Under-23 Men's Volleyball Championships. The regional tournament is set for November 12th to the 16th in Antigua and Barbuda. Leading the team is head coach Itoma James, with David Tuse serving as assistant coach. And in football news, Dominica's men's senior national football team is gearing up for action in the inaugural CONCACAF series this November in St. Kitts. Drawn into Group B, Dominica will face off against St. Kitts and Nevis, Belize, and St. Martin. The team kicked off preparations with its first training session last night at the DFA Technical Center under head coach Ellington Sabin. Stay tuned for more news as Dominica gets ready to represent on the regional stage. And stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Office after a brief message.
People come well just for the cultural gala, yes. Time to show our cultural heritage as we face one another era of culture, yes. We could demonstrate our your place. Dress up in our brilliant, dress up in our cassette, telling Kotokoitori. People say, oh gosh, who are we? When we say Timbasek, that means we give full respect to our cultural heritage, regardless of color, creed, or age. Ha! Boy. Hey, night. Epa. Look at Batabula to Bomba. Look at Wule Tabula to Bomba. Pakite music la champagne. Look at Batabula to Bomba.
Hello, good day, and welcome to our weather broadcast for today, Wednesday, October 8th. I'm your presenter, Annie Corretto Joseph. Let's begin with the tropical weather outlook, and currently we are monitoring Tropical Storm Jerry. At 11 a.m., Jerry was located near latitude 13.9 degrees north, 52.7 degrees west, moving west-northwesterly near 23 miles per hour. The Hurricane Hunter has found that Jerry has strengthened slightly and now has maximum sustained winds to near 60 miles per hour. Jerry is expected to continue along this forecast track during the course of the day and into tomorrow. A turn towards the northwest and further north is expected sometime tomorrow into Friday. Jerry is expected to become a hurricane sometime late Thursday into Friday. Interest in Dominica, you should continue to monitor the progress of Jerry. Currently, there are watches for tropical storm watches for islands from Guadeloupe to the north. Please continue to monitor for updates during the course of the day. Let's take a look at satellite imagery of Jerry. And during the course of the morning, Jerry encountered some wind shear, and we can see the center of circulation moving away from the area of deep convection. And this condition is expected to continue during the next coming hours. Jerry is expected to continue moving towards the west-northwest during the course of the day. So interest in the Lesser Antilles, especially the northern Lesser Antilles, please continue to monitor the progress of Jerry. For today, we have a tropical wave affecting the Lesser Antilles, and we see this area of cloudiness which maintain cloudy to overcast skies across the Lesser Antilles throughout the course of the day. Let's zoom in on Dominica, and we can see cloudy to overcast skies throughout the morning with some thunderstorm activity, especially over the southern portion of the island. Radar imagery indicated some scattered moderate to heavy showers over Dominica during the course of this morning. Conditions for tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers can be expected. Winds expected to shift and come from the east-northeasterly to easterly, peaking to near 25 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. As we move into tomorrow, Thursday, and as Jerry nears the region, we expect to see an increase in cloud cover with shower activity and thunderstorm, especially from tomorrow, Thursday afternoon. Watches and warnings for flooding may be issued during the course of tomorrow. On Friday, we expect to see that moisture level lingers across the area, maintaining cloudy skies with showers and possible thunderstorm activity, and this could extend well into Saturday. Tomorrow, temperatures to peak near 30 degrees Celsius, and on Friday, 31 degrees Celsius, and on Saturday, increase further to about 33 degrees Celsius. Our nights to cool to near 24 degrees Celsius throughout. Winds tomorrow morning should come from the northeasterly as Jerry approaches the area, and by evening and late afternoon tomorrow, Thursday, we expect to see a change in our wind direction to come from the south, peaking to near 25 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. On Friday, should maintain the southeasterly flow with wind speeds increasing to near 35 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. And on Saturday, a slight reduction in speeds to near 25 kilometers per hour. Marine conditions tomorrow, currently models are indicating seas between 10 to 12 feet in open water on the east coast and about 7 to 8 feet in open water on the west. All users of the sea, mariners, fisher folks, you are advised to monitor the progress of the system and to be prepared for any eventualities. As we move into Friday, seas to maintain about 10 feet on the east coast. And we expect you to continue to monitor and remain alert. As we move into Saturday, some improvement in conditions can be expected with seas up to 7 feet on the east coast. Some watches and warnings for high surf and rough seas may be issued during the course of tomorrow, Thursday. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:56 a.m. and set at 5:49 p.m. Our high tides tomorrow will be at 6:10 a.m. and 5:29 p.m., while the low tides will be at 11:15 a.m. For up-to-date information, you can follow our WhatsApp channel by scanning this QR code, or you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dominica Met or our website at weather.gov.dm. Thank you for viewing and join us tomorrow for your next weather broadcast. Good day.
This has been EmoNews Package for October 8th, 2025. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin. Thank you for viewing.